Inflation has become a pressing issue for many Americans, with the rising costs of everyday items, food, gas, rent, and utilities putting a strain on household budgets. It should come as no surprise that many people are finding it difficult to maintain their level of living as costs rise. Even while inflation can seem unavoidable, you don't have to be equipped for it. You can take charge of your finances and withstand the storm if you use the appropriate tactics. Effective budgeting is the key to battling inflation. You may lessen the financial effects of inflation by consciously changing your spending patterns, haggling over prices, and looking for methods to boost your income. There are numerous doable actions you can do to make your money go farther, such as reducing wasteful spending and adopting energy-saving techniques. We'll look at 10 practical budgeting strategies in this post to help you combat inflation and take back control of your financial destiny. These suggestions go beyond simply tightening your belt. They also emphasize being proactive, making wise financial decisions, and managing your money strategically to safeguard your assets in trying economic times. You can adjust to growing expenses and continue working toward your financial objectives if you have a good plan in place. 1. Monitor your expenses. Recognize where your money is going. Knowing where your money is going is the first step to fighting inflation. By keeping track of your spending, you can spot potential areas for overspending or make necessary modifications. To classify your expenditure and identify trends, use budgeting software such as Mint, YNAB. You need a budget or simply a basic spreadsheet. This will assist you in prioritizing necessary spending and determining non-essential areas where you can make savings. You may get a better understanding of how inflation is impacting you directly by keeping track of your spending. For instance, keeping track of your expenses will enable you to see where changes are necessary and how much inflation is impacting your monthly budget, such as if you're spending more on food. 2. Reduce discretionary expenditures. Decreasing discretionary expenditure is one of the simplest strategies to fight inflation. You can cut back on or do away with these non-essential costs without compromising your standard of living. Subscriptions, entertainment, eating out, and impulsive purchases are a few examples. You can modify your lifestyle to better fit your present financial situation by determining where you're overspending. Try cooking more often at home, for example, if you frequently dine out. For entertainment, use free community events or streaming services rather than cable. You can avoid financial strain and weather inflation by cutting back on discretionary spending, which can free up funds for essentials. 3. Purchase in bulk. Prices for ordinary goods, especially food and household necessities, tend to rise due to inflation. Bulk purchases are a good method to fight this. By buying in bulk, you can benefit from lower unit prices, which eventually lowers the cost of the things overall. For non-perishable items like rice, pasta, canned goods, cleaning products, and toiletries, this approach is very effective. Although it's crucial to avoid overspending, buying in bulk can help slow price rises over time. Warehouse retailers like Costco and Sam's Club, which provide discounts for bigger quantities of well-liked items, are another option. Just make sure you can use these products before they go bad and that you have enough room to store them. 4. Make use of discounts and coupons. There are countless ways to save money using coupons and discounts in the current digital era. Numerous retailers provide cashback offers, loyalty plans, and coupons that can be used online or through apps to help counteract the effects of inflation. When shopping for food, clothes, and other necessities, you may take advantage of hundreds of online discounts offered by websites and apps like Honey, Rakuten, or Retail Minot. Additionally, think about app for loyalty programs at establishments you regularly visit. These programs frequently provide member-only specials, special discounts, or reward points that, when accumulated, can result in savings. You can lower your overall spending and lessen the effect of inflation on your budget by utilizing these savings options. 5. Make the move to generic brands. Particularly in areas like food, toiletries, and over-the-counter drugs, brand-name goods are frequently more costly than generic or store brand substitutes. A straightforward but efficient method of cutting expenses without compromising quality is to move to generic brands. Due to cheaper marketing and packaging expenses, many generic products are offered at a lesser price than their branded counterparts, even though they are manufactured by the same companies. Make sure the generic version satisfies your requirements by comparing ingredients and ratings before making the transition. Over time, switching to generics from name brand products can drastically save household spending, particularly when inflation is raising the price of necessities. 6. Reduce interest rates via refinancing debt. The cost of borrowing is impacted by inflation in addition to the cost of goods and services. Interest rates on personal loans, mortgages, and credit cards may increase during inflationary times. Take advantage of reduced interest rates by refinancing high-interest debt to counteract this. You can lower your interest costs over time and free up more cash for other needs by refinancing your credit cards, mortgage, or auto loan. For instance, you can save thousands of dollars over the course of the loan by refinancing a mortgage with a lower interest rate, which will also reduce your monthly payment. Similar to this, you can lessen your financial load by consolidating debt into a single loan with a better interest rate or moving high-interest credit card balances to cards with lower interest rates. 7. Bargaining for purchases and bills. It's simple to forget about ongoing costs, yet many of them can be negotiated down. You can usually work out a better deal on your phone bill, TV subscription, internet connection, or insurance rates. To retain you as a client, many service providers are prepared to reduce their rates, particularly if you have been using them for a considerable amount of time. Spend some time requesting a better bargain by calling your service providers. Bring up any offers you've seen from competitors and ask about any possible sales or discounts. To save money, you might also think about bundling services or moving to a less expensive plan. One proactive measure you may take to counteract growing expenses is to negotiate your bills. 8. Use side projects to boost your income. When it comes to inflation, cutting back on expenditure is vital, but so is raising your income. You may fight growing costs and complement your principal income with side gigs. There are several methods to make extra cash in your free time, such as driving for a ride-sharing service, doing freelance work, or launching an internet company. You can make sure you have the financial buffer to withstand the effects of inflation by diversifying your sources of income. By generating additional revenue for debt repayment, savings, or other necessities, a side business can help people cope with price increases without feeling the pinch. 9. Pay attention to long-term financial objectives. It's critical to maintain focus on your long-term financial objectives during inflationary times. Even though inflation may make saving more difficult, making investments for the future should always be your top concern. Maintain your contributions to retirement accounts, such as IRAs or 401ks, and, if at all possible, strive to raise them. Additionally, think about making investments in assets like real estate or precious metals that have a track record of doing well during inflationary times. Despite growing expenses, a diversified investing approach can help shield your money from inflationary pressures and guarantee that you're accumulating long-term financial security. 10. Adopt sustainable and energy-efficient practices. One of the most obvious consequences of inflation is the rise in energy prices. However, by implementing energy-efficient habits in your house, you can lessen these increases. Your energy expenditures can be considerably reduced by making small adjustments like changing your temperature, switching to LED light bulbs, and shutting off appliances when not in use. If you own your house, making an investment in renewable energy sources like solar panels, or even energy-efficient appliances. Sustainable measures such as minimizing trash and reusing products can save you money, in addition to lowering your energy bills. Over time, minor lifestyle adjustments like meal planning to cut down on food waste or fixing things rather than replacing them can add up to big savings. Conclusion: getting used to rising prices. By using wise. Budgeting. Although inflation may seem daunting, you can safeguard your financial security and keep a sound budget by using the appropriate tactics. You may lessen the impact of growing prices by keeping track of your expenses, reducing wasteful spending, and looking for methods to boost your income. You may lessen the financial impact of inflation by negotiating prices, purchasing in bulk, and using generic products. Keep in mind that fighting inflation requires being proactive, flexible, and aware of your financial practices. No matter what obstacles the economy throws at you, you can take charge of your financial status, cut back on spending, and keep working toward your long-term objectives with these useful budgeting advices. Let us know in the comments what you think about the 10 practical budgeting tips to combat inflation in the US, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.